Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare
Gora 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 Hare
Gora Gora Hare
Gora 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 Hare
Gora Gora Hare
Jai Sachinandana Gora Hare
Jaya Sachidananda Gora Hare
Jai Jai Sachinandana Gora Hare
Jaya Sachidananda Gora Hare
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Jadavaye Namaha
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Gopal Govinda Ram Srimati Sudana
Gopal Govinda Ram Srimati Sudana
Girirari Gopinath Marana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita
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 Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita
Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita
Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita
Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhakta Raghunatha
Shri Rup Shri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha
Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha
Hey Chai Gosai Kori Charanan Bandana
Chai Gosai Kori Charanan
Jaha hoite Vigyana Sabhishta Puran
Jaha hoite Vishna's Avista Puran
Hey Chai Gosai Jamui Tardasa
Chai Gosai Jai Mui Tardasa
Tasabar Pararenu Mora Panchagra
Dasabar Padarenu Mora Panchagra
Hey Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanibasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Hey Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanibasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Hey Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanibasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanibasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Tadera Charana Seva Bhakta Sanivasa
Janame Janami Hoy Abhilash
Janami Janami Hoy Abhilash
Janame Janami Hoy Abhilash
Janama Janama Hoy Abhilash
Janame Janami Hoy Abhilash
Janama Janama Hoy Abhilash
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 Abhilash Vrindavan Deo Base Abhilash
Vrindavan Deo Base Abhilash
Vrindavan Deo Base Abhilash
Vrindavan Deo Base Abhilash
Bhakta Sangha Deo Base Abhilash
Bhakta Sangha Deo Base Abhilash
Bhakta Seva Deo Base Abhilash
Bhakta Seva Deo Base Abhilash
Guru Seva Deo Base Abhilash
Guru Seva Deo Base Abhilash
Chai Gosai Jabi Braja Koila Basai
Jai Gosai Jai Braja Koila Basa
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash
Bolo Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana
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 Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana Ananda Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Jayama
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Jariyama
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Jayama
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Jariyama
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa
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 Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriyasa
Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Das
Nam Sankirtana Kore Narottama Das
Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottama Das
Nam Sankirtana Kore Narottama Das
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hey Gopinath Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Thai Gora Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo
Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo
Thai Gora Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Gora Hari Bo
Nitai Gora Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo
Hey Jayo Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe
Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe
Jayo Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radhe
Jayo Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam
Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam
Jayo Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam
Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Jaya Radhe Shyam
Jayo Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladev Jayo Subhadra
Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Baladeva Jaya
Jayo Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Prabhupada
Jayo Jayo Prabhupada
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Haribo, 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 let time go, Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo.
Nitai God, Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Thai Gaur Haribo, Haribo, Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo.
Niraya,
Haribo, 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 Haribo. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Anytime God, Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo.
Nitai Gaur Premanande,
Haribo.
Nitai Gaur Premanande,
Haribo.
Nitai Gaur Premanande, Shishi Nitai Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Kirto Gopinath Ki, Shishi Radha Kirto Gopinath Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Kirto Gopinath Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Sham Sundar Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Raman Lal Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Gopinath Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Govind Dev Ji Ki,
Jai,
Shishi Radha Govind Dev Ji Ki,
Jai,
Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki,
Jai,
Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki,
Jai,
ISKCON founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada Ki,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada Ki,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada Ki,
Jai,
Guru Maharaj Ki,
Jai,
Harinam Sankirtan Jagya 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 Ki,
Jai,
Lok Prendan Harinam Sankirtan Jagya Ki,
Jai.
Nitai Gaura Haribo,
Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo, Nitai God, Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai God, Haribo, 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 Jai Shri Radhe.
Dear devotees, tomorrow is Radhastami, and in Vrindavan, Radhastami has already begun. So everybody, please, very, very loudly.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai,
Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Harinam Sankirtan Jagya ki. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari. Everybody have a seat for a minute, please. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. There is a prayer that has been written by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Shh. If you're going to have conversation, please go outside. This is Indian culture, and when the old people speak, all the other people get quiet. There's a prayer written by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and all of you know that he was one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. And he was an intimate associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, he gave different devotees different responsibilities and duties to expand upon. He gave Haridas Thakur the responsibility for being the Namacharya, to teach the glories of the holy name of the Lord. There was an instance in Jagannath Puri where Srila Sanatana Goswami had come to see Mahaprabhu, but on his way he had drank some impure water, and he had boils all over his body. He had running boils all over his body. But yet when Mahaprabhu would see Sanatana Goswami, he would embrace him to his heart. And this gave a lot of distress to Sanatana Goswami. He was feeling, I've come here to Puri because I served Hussain Shah. I'm not allowed to go to the temple. And when I go to Lord Chaitanya, he comes and he embraces me, and all of this nasty business goes on his body. It is a great offense. And he wanted to commit suicide. But Mahaprabhu told him, no, you cannot do that. He said, suicide is an act of darkness. And you can never attain Krishna through darkness. You can only attain Krishna through pure devotion. Mahaprabhu said, if I could attain Krishna by committing suicide, I would kill myself 1,000,000 times in 1 second just to have Krishna's darshan. So Mahaprabhu, he was telling Sanatan, and he was telling Haridas, you're just like my 2 little children. I love you so much. Never think that any of this nasty business which is coming from your body offends me. He said, I consider this nasty business just like amrita, just like nectar. And Mahaprabhu, he gave an example that only you ladies can verify. Mahaprabhu said, sometimes mother is holding baby in her arms, and baby is passing urine, baby is passing stool, Mother never takes offense. He said, so you're just like my children. I love you so much. And he said, Sanatan, really I love you. Haridas, really I love you. And then Mahaprabhu, he left to perform his noon duties. And then Haridas Thakur, he looked at Sanatan, he said, you're the most glorified Vaishnava in the universe. And then Sanatan, he said, no, I have no qualities. He said, you're the most glorified, Haridas Thakur. Because you're teaching the entire world by your example that the process of perfecting Krishna consciousness is through the chanting of the holy name. Sanatan told him, he said, some people, they preach really nicely, but they don't practice very nicely. Some people practice very nicely, but they don't preach very nicely. He said, but you do both of these things in an exemplary way. So you're the greatest Vaishnava. So Mahaprabhu gave that position to Haridas. And to Srila Sanatan, he wanted him to teach the eternal truth about our relationship with Krishna. Therefore, he became the Sambandha Acharya. And Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu gave him the responsibility to become the Rasacharya, to write about the science of rasa with Krishna. So we know he did that because he wrote the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is our nectar of devotion. And then he expanded that later by writing a literature which is called Ujjwala Nilamani. It explains all about the different nuances of different devotees' loving relationships with Krishna. And then to Raghunath Das Goswami, he gave him the responsibility to teach all of the Vaishnavas of the world and to teach all of the Vaishnavas in future generations the science of how to perform the sadhana by which we would be able to enter into Goloka Vrindavan. This topic always came up in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's discussions. Mahaprabhu would always say, there is sadhana, which is practice, and then there's sadhya, which is perfection. And the perfection that we wish to attain, and what we wish to attain is to go to Goloka Vrindavan and serve the blessed associates of Krishna as they serve Krishna. The sadhana that we perform here must be appropriate. Any perfection, the sadhana that you own has to be appropriate to that. So he gave this responsibility to Srila Raghunath Das Goswami to show to the world the process of attaining spontaneous love for Krishna. And all of us who come to Krishna consciousness, we should understand that the entire process is about love. Bhakti, meaning love and devotion. We hear that from when we first come. Love and devotion, love and devotion. Srila Prabhupada said, our business in being in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is to become a mad lover of Krishna. Not an ordinary lover of Krishna, but a very mad lover of Krishna. So that emphasis is always there, love. Love. I've told this story before, the boys have heard me tell this, but one time many years ago, during Kartik, we were doing Parikram in Vrindavan, myself and Indradumna Swami, Matkarovaya, and a whole group of devotees. And we came to the backside of Barshana to Krishna Kund. Who here knows Krishna Kund? Anyone? Some people know. Okay. And above Krishna Kund, there's a place called Man Mandir. Man means like Radharani's loving anger towards Krishna. Sometimes Krishna will do something naughty, and Radharani, she develops this mood of anger. And she won't communicate with Krishna, or she won't look at Krishna. That's Man Mandir. And we knew that at Man Mandir, His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj was doing his Kartik Brata. And so Indradumna Swami and I decided that we would go to Man Mandir and we would grab Sachinandan Swami Maharaj and we would bring him down that he could share some of his Kartik realizations with the devotees. And really, you know, Sachinandan Swami Maharaj during Kartik, he chants a minimum of 64 rounds every day. Probably he chants much more. And then in spare time, he reads and he reads and he reads and he chants and he chants and he chants. And then he reads and he reads and he reads and he chants and he chants and he chants. And so we went there. Has anyone here ever heard Sachinandan Swami speak before? He's very sweet. He's very gentle. He's German. So we went up and we said, Maharaj, please, you come. Share realizations with the devotees. He was going, no, no, no. I've had no realization. All I'm doing is sitting here chanting Hare Krishna. Nothing is coming to me. We said, Maharaj, don't joke. He said, no, no, no. Nothing is coming. We said, okay, and we picked him up. And we carried him down to Krishna Kund, and we put him in front of the devotees. And he looked up and he said, my dear devotees, Hare Krishna. They want me to share realizations, but I have had no realizations. He said, I know that I am supposed to love Krishna, but my dear devotees, I cannot see Krishna, so how can I love him? And then he paused and he said, I cannot see Krishna, but I can see his devotees. So therefore, I should try to love his devotees more and more and more. This is the only thing I've understood during Kartik. Love everyone more and more and more. It was like one time a few years ago, I was in Qatar. And Qatar is a very strict country. Qatar is much more strict than Saudi Arabia. I went there because one of my disciples was undergoing chemotherapy, and I wanted to be with her while she was undergoing her chemo. And then the head of the yatra, he phoned and he said, I want you to have satsanga tonight. But it's so secret over there that they have all these different groups, and then a message just goes out to the group leaders. Only group leaders, come to this house tonight, be there at 7. That's all it says. It doesn't say any guest speaker is coming, it's just the instructions given. And when I arrived there, and we have to go in pants and shirt, naturally. And when I arrived, they had a room for me to go and to change into my dhoti kurta. And it was the eldest sons of the man whose house it was. And when I went into this room to change my clothes, they had a beautiful sign on the wall that said, "Throw love like it's confetti." Like generally at New Year's, we throw confetti, and we don't think anything about it. It's just, we just throw and throw and throw. Or like in Dallas at New Year's, we have Pushpa Abhishek of Kalachanji. And then we just, we cover Kalachanji with flower petals, and then we just throw and throw and throw flower petals. Throw love, throw kindness like it's confetti. This is what we're supposed to do. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he was teaching people the process of loving Krishna in the way that Krishna enjoys the most. And he wrote one literature, and in his Mangala Charnam of that literature, he cited one verse. And he said, Namashrishtam manum api sachiputram attasarupam rupam tasyagraham uruparim maturim goshtavatim radha kundam giribramaho radhika maravasam to yasya pratitakipaya Shri Guru tamnatosme. He said, all of us, we receive many blessings from Shri Guru. But he said, Shresht, the greatest blessing that we receive from our spiritual masters is Nama, the holy name of the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada, he carried this holy name of the Lord all over the world. And his followers and their followers and their followers have just been spreading this holy name. It's the greatest gift that any of us could receive in life, because his holy name is just like Chintamani stone. And if we chant it, our consciousness will become transformed. Namashreshtam manum api sachiputram attasarupam. Our spiritual masters have given us the association of Sachiputra, the son of Sachimata, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his dear disciple, his dear associate Sarup Damodar. Namashreshtam manumapi Sachiputram atta sarupam rupam. Rupa Goswami, Tasyagraham, his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, Uru Parim Maturim Goshtavatim. He's given us the supreme abode of Mathura, and our spiritual masters have given us access to the blissful pasturing grounds of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Mathuram Goshtavatim Radha Kundam. Like today in Vrindavan, so many people will be at Radha Kund. So many people. There will be big rush today at Barshana. Hundreds, thousands of people will be going to Barshana for having darshan of Sriji. Radha Kundam Giribaramaho, Giriraj Maharaj. Bo Giriraj Maharaj ki. Giriraj Maharaj ki. Radha Kundam Giribaramaho Radhika Maravasam Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurun Tannatosme. But the greatest thing Shri Guru has given us is he's planted within our hearts through this holy name and the Sangha of the Vaishnavas, and hearing the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam, he's given us the hope that one day all of us will be able to serve Radhika and Madhava, to serve Radhakirti Gopinath in Goloka Vrindavan. That's so different than the desires that people have in this world. People desire such low things. But our spiritual masters have told us, Golok Premnan Harinam Sankirtan. All the love of Goloka Vrindavan is found in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Srila Prabhupada has given us so many gifts. And your spiritual masters, they continue to share those gifts with you. And we've had experience tonight here in Toronto, just by chanting of the holy names. We've become transported beyond the body and beyond the mind, to the blissful world of Satchidananda, eternality, blissfulness, and full knowledge. So, dear devotees, dear guests, all of you, please chant the holy name. Sri Rupa Goswami has told us in the Upadeshamritam. Like tonight I met Priyaji, and she told me that now in their course they're studying Upadeshamritam. And in verse 8, Sri Rupa Goswami, he says, Tannama Rupa Charitari Sukirtananu Smitto Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoga Tishtan Braje Tad Anuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayat Akilam Iti Upadesh Sar. He has said that the Sar, or the essence of all the instructions of bhakti, is that 24 hours of the day we should hear Nama Rupa Charitadi. We should hear Krishna's name. We should hear about Krishna's form. We should hear about Krishna's activities, his divine qualities. Like today, when we did not go for the boat ride. We were all a little tired. And so Indresh Gaur arranged an Uber for us. And the lady who is the Uber driver, she was from Iran. And Iranian people are like the most cultured and nice people on the earth planet. And she looked at me, she said, "What are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm a monk in the Hindu Vaishnava tradition." And she said, "Oh." And I told her that before the Mullah regime began in Iran, that Srila Prabhupada used to go to Iran. And he used to visit. At least he visited once. And we had devotees there who were teaching yoga to the family of the Shah of Iran. And they would go right to the palace and teach yoga. I even heard that in the Shah's dining room there was a picture of Makanchur. And the Shah, he used to keep that there. And once I was listening to a room conversation of Srila Prabhupada when he was in Iran. And it was very sweet. Prabhupada was speaking in English, but then an Indian lady came in the room. And Prabhupada started saying, "Aye, Mrs. Sharma, betiye." And Prabhupada started speaking a very, very sweet Hindi. And then while Prabhupada was talking, the call to prayer began from the mosque. And Srila Prabhupada asked his disciple, "What are they saying?" And his disciple said, "Srila Prabhupada, they're saying that God is great." And Srila Prabhupada said, "Oh, that's so wonderful. that they understand this. And Srila Prabhupada said, but if a person will always hear about the name and form and qualities of Krishna, then they will understand Krishna as the most wonderful person, and then very willingly they will just give their hearts to Krishna in love. Again, coming back to love being the main topic. So Sri Rupa Goswami says, Tannama Rupa Charitari Sukirtananu. He doesn't just say kirtan, he says Sukirtan. And Su means offenselessly and purely. We should learn the science of offenselessly chanting the holy name and always reading Srimad Bhagavatam and discussing the topics of Krishna. And then he says, Smrito Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyoga. If you do that alone, your minds will become perfectly fixed and your senses will become perfectly controlled. After all, we're following a yoga process, and yoga means control of mind and senses. And then Rupa Goswami says, then in perfection, Tishtan Braje Tad Anuragi Jananugami. In your perfection, you follow in the footsteps of one of Krishna's beloved devotees in Goloka Vrindavan and learn how to serve and love Krishna in that way. So this biggest gift that we have is Harinam Sankirtan. Srila Prabhupada took Harinam all over the world, and the waves of that ocean are still spreading. So chant Hare Krishna. Always hear about Krishna. Read Srimad Bhagavatam. Understand who this wonderful person Krishna is. All Krishna wants, what does Krishna want from us? Who can say? Love and devotion. That's all he wants. Krishna has all the opulences. We always read that. Krishna has all the strength. Dhruv here, he thinks he has all the strength with his big shoulders. Krishna has all the strength. Krishna has all the beauty. Krishna has all the knowledge. Krishna has all the wealth. Krishna is the most renounced. So does he need any of these things from us? No. All he wants from us is love. Bas. Or people from my generation, they can remember 30, 40 years ago, Anup Jalota, singing that Surdasti bhajan. Sabse unchi prema sagai, sabse unchi prema sagai. The best way to serve the Lord is just with your love. And when Krishna concludes his talks with Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, he cites a verse that Srila Prabhupada in the purport says it is the most secret verse of all the Vedas. And that verse is Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru Mam Ivaisasi Satyam Te Pratijani Priyosi Me. Krishna says, Arjun, please, Manmana Bhava, just think of me with love. Mad Bhakta, become my devotee. Mam Jaji, please worship me. Mam Namaskuru, just bow down. Then Krishna says something phenomenal. Krishna says, Mam Ivaisasi Satyam Te. Krishna says, with all of my satyam, with all of the truthfulness of my heart, Pratijani priyosime. Mami vasi satyam te pratijani. I make a promise. Pratigna. It's like if I come to you and say, I make a promise to you, you think, that doesn't mean anything. If Krishna comes to you and he says, Baya, I make a promise to you, you think, wow, Krishna's making a promise to me. And Krishna says, Mam ivaisasti satyam te, with all of my truthfulness, pratijani, I make this promise that I will bring you to me. And why? Priyosime. Because you've become my Priya. And what does Priya mean? Huh? You become my beloved. You become my dear. Like in the old days in Vrindavan, we would see these Rasa Leela performances. And they would always, when Shamsundar would always speak to Radharani, Priyaji, hey Priyaji, Priyaji. Krishna says, just because you do this, you become my lover. And because you become my lover, I will bring you to me. That's what we are here for. Srila Prabhupada came to teach us how to love Krishna. And just remember, you can say, but I can't see him. But we can see Krishna's devotees. We can see all the other living beings who are the parts and parcels of Krishna. Krishna says, Mame vangsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. All the jivas in this world, they're eternal because they're my parts and parcels. But he says, Manakshastan indriyani prakriti-stani karshati. He says, when they live in prakriti-stan, or the material world, always hard struggle with mind and senses. So if everybody is suffering, and Krishna verifies everybody in this world is suffering, what do they need? They need more to more love. Everybody. The best way is to give them knowledge of Krishna. But from our hearts, we should always be trying to help people in any way that we can, to come a step closer to Krishna. Come closer on your eternal path of love to Krishna. So thank you all very much for being such an attentive audience and staying. Sorry to have kept you so long. Tomorrow we will celebrate Shri Radhastami, which is the appearance day of Krishna's most beloved, Srimati Radharani. And in the morning, there'll be some Prabhupada remembrances from those days in Toronto, and then in the afternoon we'll have wonderful Radhastami celebration. Thank you all very much. Good evening. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Radhakirshar Gopinath ki, Golden Jubilee of New Ramuna Dham ki. So yes, as Maharaj mentioned, today we had a bus ride to our old temples before we moved in here, and we've had a lovely bhajan night. Tomorrow we're going to be celebrating Radha Asmi around noon initially. At 1 o'clock we're going for Harinam. So Maharaj just spoke about Harinam. We're going on the streets of Yorkville on downtown Toronto at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So if you want to join Maharaj and the devotees, please be here at 1 o'clock. And then tomorrow evening we have a wonderful Radha Asmi festival. Thank you. His Holiness Bhakti Bringa Govinda Swami Maharaj ki. We thank all the Prabhupada disciples that joined us this weekend. We had over a dozen Prabhupada disciples. And I'm going to have Raj Prabhu come and talk with a mantra retreat for 1 second. Raj Prabhu? Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhu, come.
Hare Krishna. So we have 8th annual mantra retreat. It's actually man's retreat happening in New Brindavan, West Virginia, September 19th to September 21st. That's the event where we have
myself,
our
Gopal.
lot of good
I'm
presenters,
88 now.
Kirtan, Bhakti
It's all
Swami's
yours,
drama, prasadam, everything. So we invite everyone to please come. The the flyer is actually there on the notice board, and if you need any help, please come and see me at the front desk. Thank you.
I did my FRSA and all the things in England. 67 years.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. If we could have some volunteers, if you can come over to the front, we would really appreciate to have some volunteers help clean up. We just need some help with putting away the chairs, the carpets, and the curtains. So we'd really appreciate if you could just come for a few minutes just to help tidy up. Thank you so much. Please come over to the front here if you have time to help clean up. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Haribol. So we have some service that we need help with. So if this weekend is the best weekend to do some service, and we need help taking down everything from this side of the room. So the curtains, the carpets, cleaning up the sound area. So if you'd like to help with this, please come see me. We definitely need a few hands. So once again, if you'd like to do some service, please come see me. It won't take too long, and then you can have your prasadam. Thank you. Hare Krishna, we also have a lost phone somewhere. So if you found a phone that's not yours, you can also bring it to me, and we have the person that's lost phone is. Yeah. Hare Krishna, everyone. For those that didn't get prasadam, we have more downstairs. So if you're still looking for prasadam and you didn't get, please go downstairs. We have more prasadam for you there. Thank you so much.